Hello everyone, the Pokemon fan 1993 here, back with more Pokemon stuff. So actually, I started this up, and I'm actually stuck in the ground. You can see what I want to do there, but I'm not sure how to get out. This actually has happened before. And it happened once, and basically what I had to do is I had to jump at a wall until I found a way to get out. Which, considering I played this wrong and only happened twice, is actually pretty good in my opinion. There's even a Slowpoke in the wall, okay. And we can battle it. Maybe that'll get us out of the wall. Anyway, we're just going to leave that where it is. Thought it'd be funny because I was going to start the video after I got out of here, but I thought it'd be funny if I did it before. Oh, I thought I got out. Is this the same damn spot to where I get, that's the last time. So, the last time I got out here, I basically just, okay, there we go. So, I clipped on the wall on the outside, and I got through the barrier. So, that was pretty funny. Normally, for those who don't know, the worst glitch I've ever had was basically that one. Back when Scarlet first started out, they said there was like limb glitches, there was size glitches, there was a bunch of other stuff that was just wrong with the game. And I don't know, it's because I had the physical copy of whatever the problem was there. But that's the worst glitch I never got. I never got like any like I think the worst I ever had was I was actually battling inside someone, which sounds stupid. I'm not gonna lie. Basically, what that means is that I was battling, but I was inside the person that I was battling. So anyway, today we're going to be doing the Pikachu 5-star raid. So this Pikachu has done a repeat, has done one before, but back then I never really made a video because I wasn't really into the stuff yet. But basically, this is very similar to a raid I've done earlier. So all you need for this, and keep in mind there is a bit of RNG involved in this, you need a level 100 Appletun Grass Terra Type with a Shell Bell. Okay? The ability does not matter. You want Apple Acid, Amnesia, Iron Defense Recover. You want it modest, and you want its special attack and defense to be maxed out. Now, the reason I say this is because Pikachu has the Play Rough, which for those who don't know, that's a fairy move, which I didn't even know Pikachu could learn, and it's super effective against Dragon. So, that's about all you really need to know on the raid, and I'm going to show you how to do it. This is going to get probably pretty quickly. You see I already have it. This is probably going to get like me just spamming a move here after a while, but I'm going to show you what I did. I tried doing this with just either Iron Defense or Amnesia, and it became very apparent that I need to do something else in that situation, because the issue I was having was it would, after a while, it would use a certain move, and then that move would basically just sometimes make me unable to do anything at all. But I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So Pikachu, because of how weak it is, it'll always start 99% time remaining. It'll automatically start with a shield. It will get rid of its own stats effects on it twice, but it'll never get rid of your stats effects. So it's going to start, Intimidate's going to start off. It might be good starting with an Intimidate user as an ally, so he's going to put the energy around him, and that's going to be on him the entire battle. You see it went over the whole HP bar. Goes for Rain Dance. This is so Thunder can hit 100% of the time as long as Rain Dance is active. Luckily, he only uses that once. It goes for Surf, which is going to get boosted by the water and by his Terra Crown. So that's going to hit us for a small amount of damage. And now he's going to start using Play Rough. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go for an Iron Defense. This is going to raise your defense stat by 2 stages. You can see Play Rough does quite a bit of damage, but it does a little less damage than normal. Normally being yellow, that's because we have Kylie in play who has the Intimidate Toro. So we're going to go for 1 Iron Defense. You're going to see that Sharply raised my defense. Then we're going to go for a Recover. This is just to make sure that in between attacks he doesn't knock us out. So actually he's going for Surf now again. That's because I increased my defense. So I'm going to do it twice. No, never mind. I'm going to go for Recover. My bad. That's my bad. I did not mean to say that. I'm going to Recover. That's going to recover almost every spot on my HP. Now we're going to go for a Apple Acid. You're going to see that he's going to start using, he's using Surf while the water's up because it does more damage now that I've used Iron Defense once. So you can see it does a small amount of damage. So once the rain disappears, he's going to start using Thunder, which can paralyze you. So you can see immediately that could be an issue. I've actually got paralyzed 3 times in one battle before. So the only thing you really do is just make sure your special defense is as high as possible so you can tank the shots. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going for 1 Amnesia in between here. You can do it immediately. If you can do it in between Apple Acid, it doesn't matter much. It's going to do a bit of damage there with it. I'm going to hit 1 Amnesia. Now my strategy essentially is to use Apple Acid and the Shell, and because Apple Acid has an effect that lets you go, that lowers special defense by 1 stat every time you hit it, regardless of that shield's up. So you can go for Play Rough now, which is fine. I have enough defense for it to not to matter. I'm going to go for an Apple Acid. You're going to see it's do minimal damage. It's going to lower special defense, but it's also going to recover a little bit of my HP. So every time he gets a bit stronger, he's going to remove negative effects from himself at least once or twice. He's going to steal our orb charge, so we have to wait a little bit longer to Terra. He's going to remove negative effects from himself, means all that special defense we just did had nothing. You're also going to need Apple Acid maxed out in PowerPoints, I forgot to mention that. So normally, I think normally has 10. You're going to need all 8. You're going to need a full 16 to make this work. You're not going to need the full 16, but you might need it. So you're not going to see that the rain is going to now he's going to start spamming Thunder. However, if we go for another Amnesia, see, actually, the last time I did this, he actually went for an Iron Tail instead. We're going for an Amnesia here. I think he's going for Flare Up because I'm not Terra Grass yet, which is fine. So I'm going to go for another Recover. I actually barely survived that, but that's fine. I probably should have gone for the Apple Acid instead. That's fine. So we're going to recover a little bit of more of our HP. And now I'm going to use Apple Acid again. Do another Player Up, that's fine. We're going to hit with one Apple Acid. So our goal now is to basically Terra whenever we can to stop him from using Player Up over and over again. Which I think is going to be available next turn. Also, the amount that I'm going to take from him is also going to be larger because I'm able to Terra. So he steals some more Air Charts. Now I can't actually Terra because he stole it. Bitch. Well, actually, can I? It looks like I still can. So let's see what happens. I can't because he did steal it, but the game didn't update the fact that I had to use a Terra Crown. That I couldn't use a Terra Crown, I mean. So that's going to work special defense. Now I should be able to use... be able to Terra Apple Acid. However, because I'm low on HP, I'm actually going to Terra Recover instead. So I'm going to Terra Grass and hit Recover. So he's going to use Play Rough, but Terra always goes first, regardless of what's going on. So he's going for Play Rough, it's not going to do as much damage. And then the AI is going to be like, okay, well, Thunder's not going to hurt it. Play Rough no longer hurts it, so it's going to start spamming Iron Tail. Now, Iron Tail has a very good chance to miss, which means 9 times out of 10 it won't even hit you. However, it can lower defense, so if you start losing defense, you're losing too much power, or losing too much defensive power, you need to use Iron Defense again. But now that we have a couple Apple Acids stacked up, we can now, or a couple a couple stacked up, we can start using Apple Acid. And you're going to see with every single shot, it's going to do more and more damage. So now he's going for Thunder. I'm not really sure why he was doing it. He did not do that before, but I'm probably going to get paralyzed here. Of course I am. Now they did a critical hit, so it did a bunch more damage than it's supposed to. Like I said, the RNG in this game can be bad, but you're going to see that I'm starting to do a good chunk of damage with every single shot. And because I do more damage with every single shot, Apple Acid plus the Shovel is going to store more HP and lower its special attack, or special defense. So basically what we're doing now is we're basically spamming Apple Acid. He's going to use... See, last time he used Iron Tail repeatedly, but this is fine anyway. Just so that you don't get paralyzed too many times. But now you're basically going to spam Apple Acid with it doing more and more damage every single time. He's going to remove that special defense debuff at least one more time, but you see that you're doing a good amount of damage. And of course, the more damage you do, the more HP your Shovel is going to bring back. So you can see that right now, there's negative effect removal, the second one. Now you can see I have used 7 Apple Acids. So you're going to need a full 16 for this to work. Now I see he's going to start spamming Iron Tail. I think this is an effort to lower my defense. You're going to see that I got paralyzed there. That's fine. Won't happen too many times. I think you're fine. There's another Iron Tail. My defense just went down. Still couldn't move on paralyzed, which is not a good thing when I get paralyzed 2 times in a row. The good news is that I believe Intimidate goes through his shield, so every time Kylie dies, it's losing more and more attack power. Even the debuff was removed at one point. You're going to see that now I'm doing a little bit less damage, but I'm still hitting every single Apple Acid. I'm going to restore more HP. I'm going to restore a little less than last time, but this is fine. So now basically I'm just spamming Apple Acid till the end of time. And hope that he doesn't, that my defenses go down too many times, or that happens. The good news is when you're fully paralyzed, it doesn't take the power points off of Apple Acid, so you're still fine. I apologize if you can hear my fan in the background. It is like 86 degrees, and we cannot... Our windows are those, like, the vertical windows where you can't put an AC in, so we have to suffer what we got, and right now I actually have my fan off in my room. And I'm actually kind of a little bit tired because I just came back from the first day of GoFest, which was pretty decent. It took me a while, but I will post the results probably tomorrow for day 1 and then Monday for day 2. Assuming they get anything on day 2, but I think I'm going to. So if he lowers your, I'd say if he lowers your defense using Iron Tail twice, that would be a good time for you to reapply one Iron Defense, just to make sure your defense is high enough. Because if it's too low and he gets one critical hit with that Iron Tail, that might cause a bit of problems. However, you're going to see them restoring so much HP, it shouldn't matter too much. And the thing about shields, and those who don't know, because Pikachu has the shield up immediately, you cannot use stuff like Metal Sound, you can't use Growl, you can't use Charm, you can't use any of that because the shield blocks it. But since Appletun has a secondary effect that always lowers special defense, it makes Appletun a very good grass type to use against any Pokemon that's weak against grass, or even just to whittle down a Pokemon with either low special defense or just whittle it down. For example, if Ovlog was in a nice type, you probably could use on Ovlog because Ovlog's special defense is pretty low. Pikachu is pretty low too. That's because it's not a Raichu first of all, so it's not meant to be extremely difficult. You see, I got another paralyzation there. That's fine. You're gonna see that we're getting minor damage in there with my friends there, and I got paralyzed yet again. So you're gonna see I'm actually getting pretty unlucky here. But we still got 5 Appletun left. He hasn't removed his debuff again, so that's fine. It also might be good to have maybe a special attacker as an ally because their attacks still go through, and they still deal damage. And if their special attack, obviously it means that every time I debuff special defense, they're gonna do a little bit more and more damage. Unfortunately, all my allies are physical attackers, so that really doesn't do much for us. So I think after this Appletun, I think we need one more to put it down. Yeah, we need one more. So I need to go with paralyzed like 3 times in a row for this to actually screw with me. But you can see I got paralyzed like what was it, 4 or 5 times, maybe 6, because we're only counting. That's fine. So you see he actually hits me with Thunder here, but it misses, so that's good. Doesn't mean I'm not going to get paralyzed, but there's a chance I won't. And he will always strike first because Appletun is always going to be slower, especially with the paralyzation effect. There's the last Apple Acid. So the rewards for this are basic. You usually get a herb, rare candies, TMs, small, medium, and large, and XL candies. And you usually get an ability patch as well. Usually the first time you knock it down. And you're going to see that's not going to it's going to not let me catch it because I caught it before, which is fine. So that's all really there is to it. It isn't that hard. You just got to know what you're doing. So we got 1 Sour Herb Mystica, 6 large candies, 6 XL candies, 5 calcium, 30 Terra Shards, 4 star pieces, another 8 large candy, another 2 star piece, and then 5 more experience candy. So, and for those who don't know about this either, if you don't ever connect to the internet, the raid every single day will not go away. So you could be offline with Pikachu for a whole month and just grind him every single day and get more calciums, more star pieces, and everything. So for those who are wondering if that's not possible, but I will show off Appletun's build one more time before I leave. So, ability doesn't matter. Terra Grass, Apple Acid, Amnesia, Iron Defense Recover, Modest, Max Special Attack, Max Special Defense, and if you want to put the rest in HP, that's probably your best bet. Ability doesn't matter, and that's all you really need to know. But anyway, for this video, thank everyone for watching. This is the Pokemon Fan 1993 signing off. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.